Hello everyone, and welcome to this in-depth lesson on phrasal verbs. This is the third part of our phrasal verb series. If you haven't seen the previous episodes yet, make sure to check them out for more useful phrasal verbs and their meanings. In today's video, we'll explore 5 commonly used phrasal verbs in English. Come back, come in, come up with, cut down, and drop by. These verbs are extremely useful in everyday conversations and can have multiple meanings depending on the context. We'll go through each meaning with clear examples, and at the end of the video, you'll get some practice exercises to test your understanding. Let's get started. Come back. The phrase come back means to return to a place where someone was before. It is often used when talking about coming home, going back to work, or returning from a trip. This phrasal verb can also mean that something, such as a memory, thought, or trend, reappears after a period of time. Another meaning of this phrase is when someone or something regains strength, success, or popularity after a decline. Come back is often used in personal conversations when talking about someone returning home or to work. In the business world, making a comeback refers to regaining lost success. Now let's look at some example sentences. He came back from vacation yesterday. I'll come back home after work and grab my jacket. The memory of that day keeps coming back to me. Old-fashioned trends always seem to come back after a few years. The athlete came back stronger after his injury. Vinyl records have come back into style recently. You can use come back with different time expressions, such as come back soon or come back later. Come back to me is often used metaphorically to talk about memories or emotions returning. Come in. The phrase come in is commonly used to invite someone inside a room, building, or enclosed space. It can also describe the arrival of things such as deliveries, messages, or competition results. Additionally, this expression is used when referring to situations where something or someone plays a key role in an event or activity. It may also indicate someone's position or ranking in a competition or event. Come in is frequently used in everyday conversation when welcoming guests or discussing arrivals. In sports or competitions, it's often followed by a ranking, such as came in third. Now let's look at some example sentences. Please come in and make yourself comfortable. She knocked on the door before coming in. The new books have just come in. The latest election results are coming in now. This is where teamwork comes in and makes a difference. Creativity comes in handy when solving difficult problems. He came in second place in the race. Our team came in first in the quiz competition. Use come in politely when inviting someone inside. Would you like to come in? When referring to arrival, just came in emphasizes recentness. Come up with. When someone comes up with something, it means they generate or invent a new idea, solution, or plan. This phrase can also refer to finding or gathering something that is required, such as money or an object. This phrasal verb is widely used in business and creative settings. It often refers to problem-solving and brainstorming. Now let's look at some example sentences. They came up with a new design that impressed everyone. She quickly came up with a brilliant idea for the project. He needs to come up with the money by next week. We have to come up with a gift for Sarah's birthday. Use come up with when discussing innovative solutions. In informal speech, people often say, "I can't come up with anything," when struggling for ideas. Cut down. The phrase cut down is often used when someone wants to decrease the amount of something, such as food, expenses, or time spent on an activity. It can also mean to remove or fell something by cutting, especially trees or plants. Additionally, this expression can refer to something that helps save time or effort in completing a task. Cut down is frequently used in health and environmental discussions. It is often followed by on when referring to reducing something. Now let's look at some example sentences. I'm trying to cut down on sugar to stay healthy. He cut down his screen time to improve his sleep schedule. They cut down the old tree in their backyard. The workers cut down several trees to clear the land. Using templates can cut down the time needed for writing reports. Taking online lessons can cut down commuting time. Use cut down when discussing lifestyle improvements. Be mindful that cut down can sound severe when referring to nature. Drop by. The phrase drop by means to visit someone for a short time, often without making an appointment or planning ahead. It can also be used to describe a brief visit to a store, cafe, or other location. Drop by is commonly used in informal conversations. It is often interchangeable with stop by. Now let's look at some example sentences. Feel free to drop by my office if you have questions. I'll drop by your house later to return your book. He dropped by the store to pick up some groceries. We decided to drop by the coffee shop before heading to the meeting. Use drop by when inviting someone casually. I'll drop by later is a common phrase for unplanned visits. Now that you've learned these phrasal verbs, let's test your understanding. Choose the correct phrasal verb to complete each sentence. Let's look at the solution for the first task. I need to come up with some ideas for my next project. Could you drop by my house later? I have something to give you. She decided to cut down on coffee to improve her sleep. After a long vacation, it feels good to come back home. The race was tough, but he came in third place. Let's do one more exercise. Match each definition to the correct phrasal verb. Let's check the solution for the second exercise. Great job! You've now learned 5 useful phrasal verbs with multiple meanings. Remember, phrasal verbs are an essential part of spoken English, and the more you practice, the more natural they'll become. Try using them in your daily conversations, and don't forget to complete the exercises to reinforce your learning. If you enjoyed this lesson, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more videos on English learning. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next lesson.